This episode is brought to you by MEXC crypto trading platform. With the wild swings we're experiencing in these crypto markets, why not take advantage of the wide range of cryptos to actually trade on MEXC? Find your next moonshot and never miss another crypto gem again. And use the link below and I'll airdrop you $25 worth of Bitcoin. Visit MEXC.com for more information. Link in the description below.
This my two Satoshis, who need 2 cents when they can get double from stacking Toshis, yeah.
It's your boy Crypto Blood and welcome to another My Two Satoshis video where I basically give you the latest and greatest and most important news in crypto for you to make informed decisions. I'm not telling you this coin is going to move 10x today, this one is going to go up 50x tomorrow. All that is nonsense and very short term. I look at it from a macro perspective and give you news for you to use as tools to make informed decisions in the crypto space. Today, you should be done with this blockchain. I'm gonna talk about it real quick. Solana is down, or was down, for the 5th time this year. Can you believe it? 5th time. I mean, this is like starting to look like Windows 8, like the worst of the worst operating systems, but on the blockchain. If I were you, I would never have any substantial amount of money housed on Solana because you simply don't know when it's going to go down and how long it's going to be down. I'll go through the details on what happened this go round. It was down for 4 hours straight. No one on the blockchain could access their funds. No one could access any dApps or anything that run on top of Solana. It's a damn shame. Secondly, this is pretty big news, and the reason this is big news, insider trading filed against a person working at Opensea. Well, it's big news to me because it's like a watershed moment. I don't think we've seen any insider trading charges brought within the blockchain space. We're going to go over this article out of Gizmodo today. And lastly, another nail in the coffin for Terra Luna and Don't Quan. I call him Don't Quan. Do Quan. He may be in some real trouble. I didn't know he actually was charged with tax evasion last year. I don't know if you knew that. He's got about an $80 million bill with the South Korean government on tax evasions, but now it looks like he may be involved in some insider trading / wire fraud or something in that category. I don't know how they do it over there in Korea, but people are starting to look into this shell company that allegedly, I have to say allegedly, Do Kwon moved a lot of money over into prior to the actual crash of Terra Luna. If it's true, he's really going to jail this one. I'm gonna be honest with you. Before, it was a mistake, you know, a glitch in the system. Really can't pin him down for anything like that. But this, if this is true, oh, this is premeditated. This guy is going to jail, and many people probably feel like he should be going to jail. This may be the reason for him to go to jail. But we'll take a look at all 3 articles today on this episode of My Two Satoshis. Let's get it. But before we start, if you guys find these types of videos informative, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. And my crypto exchange sponsor for the channel is MEXC, and their futures platform just launched a new listing, Optimism. Don't know if you guys know about Optimism. Is a layer 2 Ethereum platform. They are probably one of the biggest growing or fastest growing L2s on Ethereum, but they are launching their Optimism token on MEXC's futures, and you get up to 20x leverage with that, and you get a $6,000 bonus if you sign up today. I'll have a link in the description for the instructions on that and details behind this drop, this futures launch. See if you can win that $6,000 worth of bonuses. Event 1 is a total of $2,000. Event 2 is another $4,000, and they have the whole breakdown there on their blog. So definitely check out MEXC. I'll have a link to that post and a link to sign up, because I'm giving away $25 worth of Bitcoin if you sign up with MEXC. You see the link actually to my left, but your right. The QR code is there. Sign up. Check it out. $25 airdrop to you. I'm sending it directly to you, but you got to sign up with that link. All right. Get over there and start trading, leveraging your trades if you know what you're doing. It's a very lucrative market if you know what you're doing in these very volatile times. So, hey, get those bags up. That way you can collect and stack more sats. But let's look at Mr. Saylor. He's still employed, ladies and gentlemen. He still has his job at MicroStrategies, but man, It's not looking good. We had a nice move up the last few days, and I was monitoring it, looking at it. I thought it was a dead cat bounce, and sure enough, that's what it looks like to me. We are seeing some support at $29,000 though. So if we start breaking down below that, I will say this move here was a little concerning. You know, we basically traversed that whole rally up. People were getting excited, thought we were on the way to $38,000 Bitcoin. That's normal in these cycles. In bear markets, you have what's called bear traps. You're going to have relief rallies. That's normal, especially being so much selling going on over the last month and a half or two. You're going to see these relief pops. People covering their shorts, people trying to buy bottoms. All of that is part of the game, ladies and gentlemen. So don't let your emotions get in the way. We are going to 21,000 or below in some people's books in Bitcoin. So be patient. If you want a dollar cost average in here, it would be a nice way to, you know, a place to do that for sure. But I would wait to maybe $24,000, $26,000 Bitcoin, start dollar cost averaging in. That last low or capitulation point we had here at $26,500 Bitcoin is a good place to start loading the boat, in my opinion. But I know one day last week we did see a decoupling. Bitcoin was down, the markets were down, crypto markets were down, but the equity markets were up. But again, I've never said that this is a one-to-one correlation with Bitcoin in the stock market, and more specifically the Nasdaq. Never said that. And so with that being said, if it's a 0.8 correlation, that means 20% of the time it doesn't correlate. So maybe that's just what we're seeing right now. But you want to keep your eyes on the Nasdaq and see what it's doing over day to day, and that'll give you some picture of where we're going with the crypto markets. I'm still sticking to that investment thesis. Now to some of these articles for today. Oh my God. Former Opensea product manager arrested for alleged NFT insider trading. Again, this is big news because, and I'll leave a link to this so you can read the details, but this is big news to me because this pretty much sets the precedent. This is a watershed moment I don't think I've ever seen. And let me know if you've seen in the comments below if you've seen any other insider trading, crypto insider trading cases brought up by the feds. I haven't. So I think this is the first one. The DOJ is basically saying that Nate Christian's role at Opensea was essentially to select the upcoming NFTs that will be featured on the company's homepage. So he took that information upon himself to then go use anonymous wallets to purchase these said NFTs before they actually dropped on Opensea. We know Opensea's homepage is the gold mine. That's where all those NFTs want to be. And so he was involved with picking them. And so this allegedly was going on last year between June and September. And he was selling these bad boys for 2 to 5 times their initial purchase prices. So making a lot of money there. But anyway, the one that people really pinned him to was one that he allegedly made about $67,000 off of. Opensea, of course, had to address this. They fired him. But before that, the feds actually after him. He's going to be doing some jail time. So this is interesting, a watershed moment. I'll leave a link in the description so you can check it out for yourself and get more details on how and why he was doing this. But man, Opensea has been catching hell lately for sure. They had the Bored Ape stolen. The guy in Texas was suing them for $1 million. You had another phishing attack that happened right after that, where like $1.7 million of NFTs were stolen. I talked about that and covered that event. Just be careful out there on Opensea. Opensea is not necessarily unsecure. I'm not saying it's unsecure at all. You just got to be careful with those phishing attacks. You know, emails that look like they're coming from Opensea probably are not. If they're asking you to go log in, check the URL. Just be careful out there. Just go to opensea.com, then log in and see if there are messages for you. That's probably the best way to go about it. Next article. Oh boy, your boy Don't Kwon is in more trouble. This time it looks like he may be facing some jail time on this particular situation that's been uncovered. Allegedly, he is or has been moving or siphoning over $4.8 million of Terra Luna's parent company's money into a shell company. And so this guy named Fat Man Terra has released information tying Do Kwon to a blockchain consultancy firm Kernel Labs. And so these latest allegations suggest that Terraform Labs' sister company, Kernel Labs, received 6 billion won, or about $4.8 million from Terraform Labs. And so it looks like there's evidence that there is some linking of Do Kwon and this Kernel Labs because of patents filed by the company. But anyway, you know, this just shows you, man, you know, it doesn't pay to be cocky in any game, but especially in the crypto space, because it can turn on a dime. And as I stated at the beginning of the video, I wasn't even aware of this, but my man Do Kwon has been fined for tax evasion, ordered to pay $80 million worth of taxes that he failed to report. And in addition to that, we saw the legal team straight diss them, straight get ghosts on Terraform. This situation looks horrible. I mean, you saw what happened to the coin. Terra 2.0 dropped 70-60% on the release. I mean, it's just not looking good. I tried to make some money off of it and wasn't paying attention and lost that money. It just, the moves were so fast, you just couldn't keep up with what was going on. So I'm just gonna leave that alone. I'm not throwing any more good money after that. And lastly, as a perfect segue, you shouldn't be throwing any good money after or on Solana, because it has been halted, or was halted, for the 5th time this year. Ladies and gentlemen, blockchains, that's the whole point of being a blockchain. You shouldn't have any downtime, none at all. It should be reliable. Your assets on that blockchain should be accessible at all times, at any time. Dealing with Solana, you literally have to worry about your assets on that blockchain. Will you have access to it? I should never have to worry about if my money is accessible in the blockchain world. Countless times you've had to do that with Solana's blockchain. And so these shutdowns, Solana was down for 4 hours. These shutdowns don't only affect the base layer coin, but it affects any blockchain application running on Solana. So those dApps could not run. Those dApps could not move funds or operate. This is horrible. This is, I mean, this blockchain literally should be worth $100 million market cap. No more than that. This is insane. Even ones at $100 million ain't doing this. They're not breaking down like this. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm staying away from this crap. I'm calling it crap now, because this just gets worse and worse. This is about as bad as Terra Luna, in my opinion. Double nonces is what the issue was. So essentially, these double nonces are used for like complex offline signatures that need to be signed that can't be done in time for the next block. Solana's block times are pretty low. Many times exchanges or dApps will use these offline or double nonces to conduct signatures or, you know, between two air-gapped machines. And for some reason or somehow a bug was found with this double nonce, wreaked havoc on the blockchain. They had to shut it down and disable this durable nonce transaction. Okay, I said double earlier, I meant durable. I mean, at this hour, there are still exchanges having issues with moving funds around on the Solana blockchain. So it doesn't make any sense, ladies and gentlemen. Stay away from Solana. Have you guys experienced these outages on Solana? I don't use anything on Solana at this point and don't plan on it. I don't understand how VC money can keep the veil over people's heads for so long. This is unacceptable. As much as I don't like Cardano, I can never say that Cardano is going down like Solana has, or any other blockchain. I may not have the best things to say about it just yet. Hex, I'm clueless about, but you know, there's a lot of people that Hex is a very polarizing project, but they ain't never going down. So let me know your thoughts about Solana going down for the 5th time this year. Unacceptable in my book. What about yours? Let me know in the comments below. That's pretty much it though. Again, you see the QR code, scan it, get your $25 worth of Bitcoin on MEXC. They are expanding into the US. I'll be at a MEXC party down in Austin, Texas as well next week. If you guys are down there, let me know. Maybe get you guys in there. All right, it's your boy Crypto Blood, and that's another episode of My Two Satoshis. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and click that bell to receive more videos like this. I'm out of here. Holla!